Lost is on.
Welcome back to Bite Sized Media, everybody. We are watching Lost because it's good. We think.
Yes.
Yep.
What's that, Aaron? Say it again.
Yep.
Dang old yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this week we are watching the 11th episode of Season 2 of Lost called The Hunting Party. Now, based on its title, I would guess that it's a Locke episode, but I've also been told that it is definitely not a Locke episode.
It's a Jack episode. It reminds me of The Hunt. Hello, if you know the reference. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's a Jack episode.
Okay.
What was I referencing?
I'm guessing King of the Hill.
No, it was Mary Poppins.
Oh. We were just talking about that earlier tonight, weren't we?
Yeah, because it's in the animated sequence, the view hello, and then the horse goes, oh yes, most definitely. A view hello. You don't remember that?
I do.
Aha! He does. Do you remember that? Did you ever see Mary Poppins?
Yeah, it's been a while.
You didn't show it to your kids?
They have seen it.
There you go. You remembered.
The whole vase plate thing.
Vase plate.
They go onto a vase, right? That's when it turns into an animated.
That's the second one. Talk about the first one. They jump into the sidewalk chalk.
That's right.
Whoop, and then they're brushing the chalk off when they get there.
That sounds like Blue's Clues.
In my opinion, the sidewalk chalk is a much better sequence than the vase thing.
Oh yeah, it's a classic.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Lost.
Sorry.
Sorry, we did this last week with Mr. Echo. Mr. Echo deserved better than what we gave him.
Better what Jake gave him. I tried. Aaron doesn't say anything. I blame you.
That's probably fair. I've become the new Dickie, haven't I?
Maybe you were always a Dickie, but it took getting rid of the bigger Dickie to bring out the smaller Dickie. I'm kind of proud of how I worded that.
I've never been so proud to be insulted.
You're welcome. So this is a Jack episode. Does anyone remember anything else about Jack's backstory? Sorry, the Jack story? Because I everything I remember, the saving his wife to be, the wedding, and the feet in the pool scene, and the getting his dad fired and all, like that's all I remember. What is this one about?
We already saw the one where he goes to like Thailand, right?
No. Maybe this is where he goes to Thailand and gets that tramp stamp or whatever it's called. Is that what those are called? Where is his tattoo?
It's on his shoulder.
Oh, that's close.
Not
I
at all.
thought it was back there.
No.
What am I thinking of?
I don't think that this is it because for some reason I think that's called White Rabbit or something like that.
No, that was
season
episode
1.
5 or whatever, season 1.
Yeah, is that that early? Yeah, it's episode 5. That's the second Jack episode. The next Jack episode? Oh boy. This is the only Jack episode of the season outside of the first one. So the next one is the season 3 premiere. Man, last week I could have called it a Mr. Echo-sode.
Missed your opportunity.
I know, but I mean there'll be another one coming up, but yeah, I don't remember anything about this episode at all. Like again, Jack's backstory is mostly his dad and he's a doctor. That's like it. But this could be that Thailand one you're talking about.
I don't think so. Maybe that's something like Stranger in a Strange Land or something.
The book?
They do reference books like that a lot with these titles, yes.
Okay. I was just making sure we were talking about the book.
No, we're talking about a title of the episode that we're trying to talk about.
You're saying The Hunting Party sounds like a book title.
No, I'm saying the episode with Jack in Thailand could be called Stranger in a Strange Land.
Actually, I think there is an episode called Stranger in a Strange Land. And it is a Jack episode. I bet you that's the Thailand episode. That's season 3. So what is The Hunting Party?
I don't know. You're looking at the Wikipedia.
It doesn't tell me anything else. It just tells me it
doesn't give you a little synopsis or anything?
No, because this is list of lost episodes on Wikipedia that I got pulled up. It tells me the total episode, the season episode, the title, the director, the writers, the featured character, the broadcast date, and then the Nielsen share.
It doesn't give you any synopsis at all?
Not on this page. I'd have to click on the episode thing, but the internet down here is so bad that I don't dare click off this list.
It's probably fair. So I guess we should just jump into it because I have no idea what this is about.
We could talk about Mary Poppins real quick again.
We could also talk about motocross again.
Let's watch this episode.
All right. Well, I'm already kind of lost, so let's get you two there too.
Oh my God! What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
Let's get lost.
Welcome back. We just finished season 2, episode 11 of Lost, The Hunting Party. That's all I got. What do you guys think?
The title actually matched what was happening, because sometimes it kind of does. Other times it's just some title, but this one actually, it was a hunting party. And a perfect example of everything on the island is very important, and the backstory, or in this case, Jack's story, only really connects in one small way, and you kind of didn't really need it.
Let's think about this here. How much actually happened in the Jack story?
Not much. It's a lot of just build up to that
The
surgery.
moment where he kisses the person.
Yeah, it's basically showing us how he just cannot let things go, which I think we've already seen examples of.
Several times. Almost every episode. Every time he has an episode.
Yeah, like think about the Boone thing. That's like the biggest example of he just cannot let go. He has to fix it. And that's a very good way of showing that. And then this one is just...
We just have to have something for flashbacks. We can't do an episode without flashbacks.
It's this interesting thing I was thinking about during the episode where it's almost like they're getting away with something because the backstory side of episodes aren't always the most engaging. They don't have to write as much of the main story. They only have to use half an episode of the main story. So that's why they can stretch it out for a full season. Every season, probably except 4 because it's shorter. But
think of how good this show would be if it was like 12 concise episodes.
Yeah, but then it'd be a completely different show. Because some of the backstory stuff is good.
Mm-hmm.
And some of it does connect well. But when you have, again, the long... old way is doing seasons 20-some hour long, 40-minute episodes, and every episode they wrote themselves into that kind of catch-22 where they have to have a featured character backstory in these first 3 seasons for sure. And then you get some of these middle episodes where there's a lot of important stuff happening in the present, but what are we connecting to? Who do we pick? Because if we pick a newer character, it's taking focus off of what's going on the island, because the island is mostly about them going after Michael. So could you imagine if this was like a Libby episode and it's like we're getting introduced to Libby and at the same time we're not focused on Libby at all on the island? So I understand why they had to write it this way, but it's just what happens when you start the show with a specific formula like that. And that's why in the second half of the series, it changes. And that's a very good idea. But we get 70 episodes, 60-some episodes before we get to 4 when everything switches up in the formula.
There was Libby talk in this episode.
About Libby, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Hugo's horny.
But dude, you think you think it's like my best chance, man? And then Charlie just does not listen to him at all. You think Claire misses me? Dude, it's been a day. Oh, that's great. That got me good. Hurley's still my favorite character. He's not had a lot to do since he was in charge of the pantry.
And he burned it, right?
Did he burn it?
No, he hit it. I think he...
No, he just let everyone in, right?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had like one big feast.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he did not want to be in charge, and then they put him in charge, which I can relate to that, and then, yeah. So we finally get to see some of that intimidation from the others that is very prevalent in this first half of the series. And Jake, you made the comment to Aaron about like, yeah, remember when they were intimidating?
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, you mean because then we play football later? And you shook your head. We've said it about other things like shows and media. When the big mystery is shown to us, it loses something, especially if you keep going past the reveal.
But also, I think it would have been really hard to keep them a mystery for 6 years.
Oh yeah, it's not about that this is going to stay intimidating. It's more about, yeah, you're going to lose something, so you have to keep adding new things or continue something. Like, you have to change.
And in this show's case, it's a hydrogen bomb.
Much later, yes. Yeah, season is... I still like the show. The season is starting to wear on me. I think season 1, outside of a few lulls, like small ones...
We didn't even sit in the hatch that long.
I know, but it's starting to get to me. Like, the Kate episode is not good. And then the last episode is good, but we didn't have much to say. And then this episode's like, yeah, a big thing happens, but I don't have as much to talk about. Because the backstory, which is half of these episodes, is nothing happens, really. And then on the island, it's basically they go to get Michael back. They run into the others, and Kate idiotically went behind them, got captured, and then they go back.
Huh. I think the key there is Kate idiotically.
Yeah. That's my thing. It's I still like it. I'm still interested. It's just we're in the middle of the season, and season 1 it happened to. It's hard to keep that attention all 20-some episodes of the season. How many are there? 25? 24. That's going to happen. But there was an excitement, too, when the raft guys were not back yet. So that kind of fuels some of the momentum in the beginning of the season, and you're not going to have that the whole time. And, things will start ramping up in probably like 5 to 8 episodes is when you start building to the end. But
yeah,
I'm surprised we haven't met a certain character, a big character that we've mentioned before. We've not seen him yet.
There's also that, like, we've seen the show before, and this is the type of show that's kind of built off, like you said, its own mystery. And so watching it with knowing the mystery is a different experience. And so, like, this certain big character, when he comes into play, it was really intense when no one knew who he was, and we were all trying to figure it out from, did they leave these clues? Did they leave those clues? Like, what is this all? And, like, who is this dude in the beard? He must be the leader, right?
He's not.
No.
He's just muscle.
He's friendly.
He definitely is.
Yeah.
I tell you what a disappointment that was when we figure out that beard is fake.
Yeah.
It might even be in this season. I don't know. Do they find?
I don't know. All I know is it's weird. When I watched it last time, the interest is way higher because you don't know where it goes. But I was feeling how long this season felt. And then this time, I'm not feeling the length as much. It's the same with season 1. It flew by this time. But the interest is already lower. And then it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, I'm kind of... Let's keep moving, because then you'll have chunks of episodes where nothing happens.
It also doesn't help that we've not had a backstory episode with a character that you're really engaged with.
Yeah. Well, Echoes last week was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nothing out of this world. It was just, that's a good, interesting backstory that's different from everyone else we've
But
had.
I think, by and large, you don't like Jack as a character so much.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
He's kind of that assumed leader type personality.
That's the problem, is that the big 3 people on this show are kind of annoying as characters. I don't want to say they're poorly written, but like And it's not like they're uninteresting, although Kate is kind of uninteresting.
Yeah. At least Sawyer's funny.
They're to the point.
I'll give him that.
They're to the. See, I wasn't even thinking Sawyer was one of the big three. I was thinking Locke, John, and Kate.
I would say Sawyer, Kate, and Jack because that's the big love triangle that they push for way too long.
That's fair.
I think those are the big three. But Locke certainly is in the mix for one of the most important characters.
And Saeed.
Yeah,
And
those I
eventually
think
Hugo.
those two are the most interesting main characters from season one, like season one, that were there in season one. 'Cause
Locke and Saeed.
I think of the initial season one crew that lasts through the whole show, those are the two I think that are the most interesting. They're both very important, and they both have very different, interesting backstories, and just they're really good characters.
I also think that the character that will remain unnamed until we find him within the show becomes one of the best characters. Actually, I think I would venture a statement to say he is one of the best written characters on the show, next to I think I would say Desmond is the other best.
who
written
we haven't
character.
seen in a while.
He
got out of the hatch in like the first episode or two, and then he's just been out of the picture.
He doesn't really come back until like the last episode of the season, I don't think.
Yeah, I know he's featured for the season 2 finale, the two-parter. It's him for both episodes, and I think that's when he and Mr. Krabs have hatch time.
I just can't wait till his episode in season 4. That's my favorite.
That's often considered the best episode of the series.
That could be honestly considered some of the best television written.
Yeah, friend of ours, that's like his favorite episode too. That's like whenever you bring up Lost, it's like the constant, man. The constant.
What are you talking about?
Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's like, yeah. And when I saw it, the only time I've seen it, I was like, yeah, I get it. This is so good, so good.
And it's a Christmas episode.
Nothing's perfect.
What a Scrooge! It's It's July. What am I saying? It's July when we're recording this.
Humbug in July time, everybody.
He did just have his 32nd birthday, so.
I am not 32.
How old are you?
You're gonna have to guess. I know how old you are.
Well, you were born in 94.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 31.
Thank you. I remember how old you are, my friend.
I remember when
I know
your
how old
birthday
you
is.
are.
Yeah, you remember every number you've ever heard ever.
That is not true. That is not true. That's not true. I couldn't tell you the year on my car.
Touche.
If it's movies and stuff, yeah, I'll remember birthday. I know your birthday.
How many miles per hour do you have to be going to produce 1.21 gigawatts?
More than a tickle and less than paying your taxes. Yeah, I took your Back to the Future reference and turned it into a Snow Dogs reference.
Gross. I think you're still kind of proving my point.
I know it's 88.
I know you do.
But yeah, this episode isn't bad. It's got a lot of good stuff. It's important. No, I wouldn't say exhausting, but it's like every time we cut back to the Jack story, it's like, I don't care.
You ever wonder how long these episodes, legitimately how long these seasons would be if you re-edited them to just be present on the island?
That'd be an interesting cut. I wonder. Well, there's got to be some, like the average runtime is what, 45 minutes?
I think it's 41 or 42.
Okay, so credit. So we'll say 42 minutes, and then I bet you it's 16 of that is actually flashback. I think there's more present than flashback because the flashback scenes are pretty short usually. So we're looking at 26 minutes of main island stuff. So yeah, we're looking at a third of the total running time. So I think that 24 times 16. What is that?
You're the number person.
240. It's gonna be
I got improving my point again.
It's gonna be a couple hours. You're basically out of the multiple hours. You're probably shaving, I don't know, 6 hours off the season.
That's fair.
Something. I wonder if there are people who actually sit down and time all this stuff for fun. So they probably
There's
have
probably
time.
someone that does it for money too.
Maybe. I bet you a lot of people do it for fun to look cool. I don't have the patience to time shows and movies like that. It's like, no. I don't want to sit there and hit timers on a movie. I'd never do that. That stresses me out. I'm not going to sit, because then you have to back up and line up when you hit the seconds, because it's like, oh, there's the moment, and you stop and pause and go back frame by frame. No, it takes too long. That stresses me out.
So I think what we're coming to here is Jared is pretty OCD and gets overwhelmed by it.
Yeah. And he gets annoyed at his idiot friends. Well, you're okay, Aaron. You keep your traps shut.
And he gets annoyed at his idiot friend for getting him to prove my point.
Shut up. 96 minutes for Jurassic. I get it flows like 96 minutes.
It does flow like
but
96 minutes.
But it is over 2 hours.
Although that's not how good you usually do. You usually do within 5 minutes.
I'll take it, though.
Yeah, it's fair.
It is pretty funny. You could have chosen some random movie you like that I don't know anything about. Instead, you choose Lord of the Rings, which I know those running
I was
time.
trying to choose something that I knew you would know.
To prove your point.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like if I said, okay, Runtime of Gone with the Wind.
Oh, I actually don't. I think it's like 239. Let me check. It's something like that.
Why do I like this game?
Because it's fun. It's going to give me hours and minutes. 3 hours, 58 minutes. What is that? That's 1/8. Wait. 230. I was off by 1 minute.
Hammy, if you are still watching this.
No, he's not watching this. He doesn't care about Lost. I was off by 1 minute. I just guessed.
Okay, what other random...
No, we don't want to hold them hostage here.
Yes, I do. Yes.
No.
Yes, I do. Anyone else got anything else to say about the hunting party?
No.
All right. Well, those are our thoughts on Jared's superpower to tell us the runtime of movies. Not so much on Lost. One of these days we'll get back to talking about Lost, but we'll keep watching it. If you want to keep coming along for the adventure, you can check us out before next Thursday at where, Jared?
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, the funny TikTok, and Twitter. Take that, Musk. And you can listen to us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio. And hey, if it's YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, ring our notification bell. Make sure you check us, rate us on all those apps, and swing by our groovy website.
And so, come on back next week as we are going to be covering, I believe that says Fire and Water.
Fire and Water, or Fire plus Water, which is a Charlie episode. So I think this is the one where, I don't know about his backstory. I know Locke, he gets in trouble with Locke for having...
Did we already go through an episode where Charlie steals the baby?
Charlie steals the baby?
Because he, keeps seeing Aaron dying, so he, steals... steals him is not the right word.
It might be, because the next Charlie episode is next season, near the end. Yeah, we only have... That's a little sad. This is our penultimate Charlie episode in the show already.
Oh, no. Anyway, if you want to come on back next Thursday, we're going to be breaking down Fire plus Water. Until then, let's get lost.